You think ignoring you makes him stronger? Think again. The greatest weakness of a man who pulls away and ignores you is hidden in plain sight. And today, you're going to use it to turn the tables, forever. When a man knows you're always available, he feels safe. That false sense of security makes him believe he can ignore you, walk away, and return whenever he pleases. He takes you for granted, assuming you'll always be there, waiting. But here's where his greatest weakness lies. His mind is wired for certainty, for control. The moment you disrupt that illusion, he starts losing his grip. Imagine this. You stop texting first. No more good morning or how was your day messages. You stop checking his stories, reacting to his posts, or giving him any sign that you're still invested. Suddenly, the power dynamic shifts. The absence of your attention plants a seed of doubt in his mind. He wonders, has she moved on? Is she talking to someone else? The very security that made him pull away now becomes his downfall. This is the first crack in his armor. But there's another one, his perception of your worth. If he senses insecurity in you, if he believes you fear losing him, he holds the power. He knows he can walk away without consequence, believing you'll still be waiting. Buddhist wisdom teaches that attachment breeds suffering. When you cling to someone who does not reciprocate your energy, you give them control over your emotions. But the moment you let go, everything changes. Strengthen your self-worth, invest in yourself, reconnect with friends, explore new hobbies, grow. When he sees that you are no longer dependent on his validation, it shakes his foundation. Men don't chase what's easily theirs, they chase what they fear losing. The moment he realizes you no longer need him, he will feel the weight of his actions. Now let's go deeper. His belief that he is the center of your world. Men ignore women because they believe they are the ultimate prize, the only source of happiness in your life. But when he sees you thriving, surrounded by people who uplift you, living with purpose, he will feel something he never expected. Replaceable. Buddhism teaches that suffering arises from ego. When a man's ego is fed, he feels invincible. But when the source of his validation disappears, doubt creeps in. His mind begins to spiral. Has she outgrown me? Why isn't she chasing me? The thought of losing that validation becomes unbearable. This is when he starts paying attention. And now the final piece, his ego. Men thrive on feeling admired, desired, and validated. They want to be seen as strong, capable, and important. When a woman showers a man with attention and affection, his confidence skyrockets. But when that attention is suddenly withdrawn, his self-esteem takes a hit. Buddhist wisdom teaches us the power of detachment. The less you seek, the more you attract. When you stop making him the center of your world, he will feel the void. And that's where the shift happens. Here's the undeniable truth. A man who ignores you does not expect to be ignored in return. His greatest weakness is his own ego, the belief that you will always be there. When you start mirroring his actions, he begins to panic. You see, men don't operate on words, they respond to energy. If you beg, plead, or chase, he knows he holds the power. But when you disappear, when your energy is no longer directed at him, his mind starts racing. The man who once ignored your messages now checks if you've seen his. The man who once dismissed your presence now watches your every move. Why? Because he is losing something he took for granted. This is human psychology. We only value what we fear losing. But here's the real kicker. By the time he realizes his mistake, you will have evolved beyond him. The woman he ignored no longer exists. In her place is a woman who knows her worth, who commands respect, who does not settle for breadcrumbs. This is the true essence of power. Not manipulation, but self-mastery. Buddhism teaches that attachment is an illusion. When you detach from the need for validation, you free yourself. You are no longer bound by his actions, his attention, or his absence. You move from seeking love to embodying it, and that is when he comes running back. But by then, the question is no longer whether he wants you. The question is, do you even want him anymore? A man's greatest weakness is not losing you, it's realizing you don't need him anymore. And once you master that, you will never be ignored again.